Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Every3 here, and we got my boy Joe Jack in the building. Yeah.
Good evening.
Really,
Good
Joe?
evening.
Really, Joe? Really? So today is a very great day because it's podcast day, and you know what? We're always ready. We're always prepared, and we're gonna do it great today. So you guys gonna know we're gonna start with a question of the day. Then we're gonna talk about music. Then we're gonna get into a great conspiracy theory. The theory is the Great Tataria Conspiracy, a lost global empire hidden from history. We're gonna get to that later. But the main topic is sports later on. The NBA has been going crazy. There's been NFL news. There's been MLB news. So we're just reporting on every news. Yes, we're reporting on every single news. Okay, but yeah, we need credentials first. We need like the little tags and everything.
In the check.
Yeah, we need all that. We need all
Check.
that. Bro, I look so caramel, bro. Joe, I'm getting darker, bro. I'm getting so dark, bro. It's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but I'm starting to match my cover over here soon. I'm gonna be that color soon, bro. Swear, bro. I'm like, god damn. Like I look so fine. All right,
Well,
all
well,
right, all
well.
right. Let's
well.
get all right, all right. Oh man.
Ah, fuck, dude. What's the question of the day, man?
What's the question, bro? Joe, we're not gonna discuss how dark I'm getting, bro. You guys want to see the different?
I
Look
mean,
at
we could.
you see that?
Oh,
I see the difference
I
of
think you're white. I
bro.
think you're
Look
white.
at that. I got a farmer's tan, dude. Look at this. Bronze, white, bronze, white, bronze.
Well, your job,
White.
your job requires you to be outside. So I mean, like, I think that's probably why. So,
Yeah. Hell yeah, I'm outside 24/7, 7-Eleven, 364, 365 days out of the year. Okay, so Joe, the question of the day. What is your favorite childhood memory that still brings you joy to this day?
uh, uh, I'd say anytime any of my sports teams won, like the Giants, the Yankees, and that's it. But I think anytime there's been like a significant like thing that's happened in sports since it was such a big thing in my life, uh, all my birthdays, I cherish all my birthdays. Uh, Honestly, I think it would probably be when the Giants won in 2011. That was my favorite moment
That was
because
your
I could
favorite
actually
moment?
remember that one.
Yeah,
That was
I
my
remember
favorite
that
one
one.
that still brings me joy.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that when Eli won that Super Bowl over Tom Brady. That was crazy. Yeah, I respect that. That's great. That's a great answer. But Joe, I got a better answer for you though. I think your favorite memory, bro, is going to the Eagles vs Giants game, December 25th. When you were little and you saw Deshaun Jackson running back for a touchdown. Joe was at that game as a child for Christmas Day. I was mad. Listen. I was mad, but he saw it in person and I saw it on TV. I could change the channel. He couldn't change the channel for real. He couldn't even change anything. He was there, stuck in the cold, watching the Giants lose. But it's okay, Joe. It's a great thing, that you saw the Giants play, but ultimately they did lose. But yeah, I respect your other answers. But my favorite childhood movies memories.
Movie.
Sorry, my bad. My favorite childhood memory is going to WWE with my mom. I remember that
He saw
vividly.
John Cena.
I saw John Cena. I saw everyone. The only person I've never seen in person was Undertaker, and that's it. I seen literally
Still a
every
cool
single
moment
time.
though. That's an
Hell
awesome
yeah,
moment.
hell yeah. But bro, just like you got your heart broken when the Giants lost, I seen John Cena lose in person.
Yeah,
So
womp womp.
womp womp. Whoa, dude. Whoa, dude. But yeah,
Womp
it was
womp.
sad, and he lost to CM Punk.
I'm a CM Punk guy, so that's like.
You know what, Joe? Podcast over. We're done. We're done here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a great night. We're not even getting to the podcast tonight. Okay, Joe.
Oh man.
Oh man. But yeah, let's get into the music.
Oh, speaking of music. Speaking of music,
What's up?
I'll say this question:
Yeah, yeah.
how much of an impact does music have on you? If so, why does it have such a big impact?
Oh man, impact is very impactful to me because I can't live without music. I just can't. Like anything I'm growing through, I just put my headphones in and listen to music. I go on my long walks and I listen to music. Music is an everyday, it's an everything life that I use it for, to be honest, and everything that I do. Using the bathroom, taking a shower, you know, little time, eating, like anything that I do, I listen to music, and it's all cool, man.
Oh,
And it's very
sorry,
impactful, music.
sorry.
What about you?
I'd say music. I think everybody listens to music because it does have a big impact on everybody. Helps them
Mm-hmm.
get through the day. You're on the train, going to work, driving to work. Like you said, in the shower, going for walks. Maybe you forgot the gym. I need music to go to the gym.
Yeah,
So it's an everyday thing. I try to listen to almost different music every day. I
yeah.
don't try to listen to the same music every day. Um, it has such a big impact on me because it keeps me busy, keeps my mind busy. But the worst feeling I feel is when your AirPods or headphones die while you have music in. Like when you're on a walk or something and it's like, boom. Like, I
The
think
worst
that's the
feeling.
worst feeling
It's
ever.
one of the worst feelings ever, bro.
Yeah, I agree. But speaking of music though, what have you been listening to recently?
I've been listening to a lot of Ken Carson, a lot of Lil Tecca. His little album I've just been listening to. Going back to the throwback music like Michael Jackson, Prince. I'm recently just getting back into that music again. I gotta go back to my roots. That's where I first started listening to when I was younger. My mom just used to play that all the time. Old hip hop and R&B music from the 2000s, 90s. That type of music again. Cause this in
Hmm.
this day and age, bro, I'm not gonna lie, the music in this time, bro, is doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't hit the same for me. I like classical music
I have a
more.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question. I listen, I might be a boomer here, but like who's Ken Carson? Is he new? Dude, I know I've seen this person. I just never listened to the music yet.
Bro, Playboy Cardi?
Yeah.
He signed under Playboy Cardi. He's from Atlanta as well.
Okay, so he's an Atlanta rapper.
He's
He
yeah,
just got big.
he got big like a couple years ago. To be honest, he was big a couple
I
years
never
ago.
heard
It
of
was
him,
like
so
2021. That's when he started to actually like blow up. Yeah, but
I
Ken
uh
Carson is like
I
I know Fiend by Travis Scott. Like he makes music like that, literally like that, but more upscale. Our friend Allen. You know how the music Allen makes?
yeah,
It's like that.
interesting.
It's like that.
So
Turn
is
the
he
lights on.
like
I can't hear. What the hell? Ain't no way he just tried to rage bait me. Why did Al just try to rage bait me? Rage bait me.
I don't know.
Alan
But
underscore. Yeah. Jorge.
I never I never I listen, I'm not even trying to disrespect him. I never don't know if I would listen to him. I'll give him a chance, but like I don't know if I'll listen to him. Ken Carson.
You never, bro. Listen to the song "Tic Tac Toe" by Lil Tecca and Ken Carson.
I know Lil Tecca.
Yeah, yeah,
Ken Carson.
yeah.
Just I don't
Listen to
know.
that. Listen to Tic Tac Toe" by Lil Tecca and Ken Carson. Bro, it's a guaranteed banger. I ain't gonna lie, it's a guaranteed banger to me. Not gonna lie, it's
I
fire.
gotta be honest to you, dude. I'm like you though. Like I like listening to old music,
Yeah. Uh huh.
like old hip hop, and
The old hippies.
like me, like this morning I had to go out to the out east to help out my grandma, and me and Mikey were listening to like just old '90s hip hop, like DMX, The Game, 50 Cent, early
Mmm.
2000s. Like we were
Joe, that's
bumping.
ball knowledge.
What's up?
You have ball knowledge. That's ball knowledge right there.
That is ball knowledge right there. And then also, who else were we listening to? Big L. You remember Big L?
Yeah, I know Big L.
I was
He was
listening to
going hard.
that. But then, yeah, and then we came home, and then I knocked out, and now I'm here.
So
But,
Joe, you want to tell
I
the
mean,
viewers what you're gonna do today, bro? I would love to get into that, Joe. Joe, what made you want to go back into a men's league and play basketball again? That's really what I want to know. What made you do it again?
honestly, you know what? I feel like I have the belief that actually I could still play.
You
I
think
feel
so?
like I could still move it. I think I could still move up and down the court. I may not have the same shot that I used to have, but I can get some boards and assist.
Joe, I'm talking about you. Like, how is your knees doing? That's the question. How is Joe's knees doing to this day? How is the knees doing?
We about to find out later today if I'm in an ambulance or not.
In the ambulance or not? Is it?
Honestly, I think I'll be okay though. But I think it's a challenge for me though because I want to see if I could still do it, and I believe I still can.
Mm-hmm.
Might not be the same player I used to be, being able to just
Mm.
3 and D, but I think I can get some rebounds and assists. Help out the team tonight.
So what's the stats?
So
What's the stats for tonight? What's the stats? Everyone got to know.
realistically, I'm hoping I get at least 5 points, 6 boards, 2 assists.
6 boards. Joe, you gonna be jumping?
I think I'll be jumping. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
because I'm the second tallest guy on the team, so they're probably going to be relying on me to get boards.
Joe, for the viewers, how tall are you, Joe? Because I know how tall you are. How tall are you
I'm
for the viewers?
I'm I'm 6 foot. In
Joe is six
shoes? Is that
five.
what you just?
Joe 6'5". Guys didn't
I
know
am
Joe
not
Joe
six
is six
five.
five.
I
Joe
am not 6'5".
Joe's 6'5" on a bad day.
And
On a good day, he's 6'10".
this is false narratives, bro. I am not 6'5".
Bro, come
But
on, bro.
honestly, I really believe I can do it.
Uh huh.
But it's only 6 games though, so I think I can. I, that's it. It's only 6 games once a week. I think I could do it.
Okay. Yeah, you could. That's like playing a football game every Sunday, but without like the physical aspect, really, as like football. You know.
But I've also been going back into the gym, so like I have more
So
endurance.
you've been getting gains.
I'm more trying to get fit than anything. I don't want to be bulky. I just want to be fit
Yeah. So you just want
because
to
I
get
don't need to be lifting big weights.
just kind of like ripped a little bit.
Not even like rip, just be like more endurance,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. You want to go
So
to Michael Phelps aesthetic.
I guess you could put it, yeah, like that. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. That's what's
I
up.
ain't swimming though. I ain't fucking swimming
Bro, my question is, I don't know why people get so big and brocky for. Unless you're doing like bodybuilding or whatever, this, that, and the third. But I don't know.
unless. Honestly, I feel like if you really only need to get big, I can understand if you're doing like a job where like it requires you to lift maybe 50 pounds or more.
Like
That I
construction
can
work.
understand.
Yeah.
But if you're just working out just to look like a complete fucking douchebag, then what's the point?
Then you have a job. Then you have a job that you pick up fucking cell phones all day. Like hello, hello.
Yeah, bro, you're like this. You're like this because the arms are so bulky. They're like this. What up, bro?
What up? Hello, hello.
Yeah, just got my ups at the gym, bro.
But no, there's nothing wrong with getting big unless you're doing something like to actually like get big for. You know, like sports. Obviously, you play sports. You work construction. You do a lot of things with your hands, as in building stuff, lifting. Like what Joe said, lifting stuff up all the time. But if you're someone that just goes to the gym to get big and literally lift a phone up like this all day long, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Let's be for real. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, bro.
Like, you just get, I'm diesel. It's like, nah.
Like, bro, everybody's trying to look like Rambo.
Like, goddamn, looking like the Almighty Hulk. Looking like the Hulk for no reason, bro. Like, come on, bro. You trying to look like the Hulk for no reason. Like, crazy. Crazy with that one.
Yeah, man. But at the, I'd say no problem working out. If
Yeah,
everybody likes to work out, that's fine.
yeah.
But
Definitely have a healthy lifestyle.
shouldn't be pushing like 400 pounds to be fucking just lifting a phone.
Like, who
Know what I mean?
Fight? King Kong?
Yeah, who you trying to fight? Yeah.
King
I don't
Kong.
understand that shit, man. Oh man, all right. But that was my big announcement. In the men's league, gonna get buckets. Hopefully,
Joe, I'm joining the men's league too.
you're gonna get a men's league.
Yeah, I'm getting a men's league.
All right.
For WWE though, I'm gonna become a wrestler.
A men's league for the WWE. I would sign up to see that.
Really?
Absolutely.
Bro, I move like Rey Mysterio, bro. I can move like Rey Mysterio.
I would pay tickets and then throw shit at you in the ring.
That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
Like, get out!
That's
Get
fucked up.
out!
That's fucked up, Joe. Bro, Joe, you know what's one of my biggest dreams, bro? Listen,
A wrestler?
we're gonna look at this podcast 10 years from now and be like, damn, we actually did this shit. I actually did this shit and the things that we
Yeah.
accomplished. I actually want to fight in a WWE match this one time.
Who? Okay. All right. This would be a topic we can talk about right now.
Okay, let's get to it.
Who match just for like the WWE Championship?
Wait, ask that question again. You cut out a little bit.
Okay. What is your ideal match? You want to be in a ladder match, Money in the Bank match, Hell in the Cell,
I'm gonna do
or
three matches. Three matches, okay? Three matches. Okay. One,
just shit?
I want to get into Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I want to be in the Royal Rumble just to beat everybody up. I'm gonna set the record for throwing a lot of people over the top rope. I'm gonna beat that record. I think it's like 14 people. I could do that. If I'm number one, I could beat everybody 1v1. Not gonna cap. I could beat everybody 1v1. I could beat everybody 1v1. Okay. Second match. Oh, Joe just.
Oh,
We switched places. There we go. Joe,
a little malfunction there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
So you ready, Joe? You heard the first part?
Yeah, the Royal Rumble.
So
14 people knocked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the record for that. Throwing 14 people over the top rope. I'm gonna set the record for that at number one. But if I'm number 30, I'm winning it all. I'm going to WrestleMania and fighting the champion for the belt. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat who I gotta beat. Two, I want to be in a ladder. Actually, hell no. I don't want to be no. Actually, I do a ladder match. I'd be in a ladder match. I jump off the top of the ladder like Jeff Hardy. Swanton bomb off off the ladder. Yo, you know Ash got mad at me because I said that.
What, you wanted to do the fucking Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, off the top of the ladder.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. You know she got mad at me.
How did she get mad at that? Why?
Like, you're gonna hurt your body. You're gonna hurt yourself. I was like, I don't care. Then the last match, I would like to be either in a tag team match with somebody or get a little bit dangerous. Hell in a Cell match. Get a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do Hell in a Cell. Just give me like Hornswoggle or somebody. I'm not fighting no Undertaker. I'm not fighting no Brock Lesnar. I'm not fighting no big dude. Get somebody my size. Like JD McDonough. Like somebody my size, bro. Dom Mysterio. I will whoop Dom Mysterio. I will whoop his ass. Chat. I will whoop Dom Mysterio's ass. I will whoop his ass.
Same with Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Ooh, that's somebody
I want to get in a ring with them.
With social media people versus regular WWE superstars. That'd be fire. That'd be so.
Yeah,
fire.
bro. Like they're catching it. They're catching it with a fucking elbow. And some JBL shit.
APA.
All right. Well.
APA protection. APA protection.
Damn.
Okay. On to the theory, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
One of the main parts you guys wanted to see and listen and like just listen to and everything like that. The Great Tutorial Conspiracy, a lost global empire hidden from history. The overview, okay? The Tutorial or Tartari conspiracy theory claims that there was once existed a highly advanced global civilization known as Tartaria that has been deliberately erased from history by powerful elites. According to believers, this civilization had sophisticated architecture, technology, and energy systems far beyond its time. and its remnants are hiding in plain sight. Okay,
Hmm.
so the core claims of this, right? Mud floods reset history. Proponents claim that a massive global catastrophe. Whoa, I'm so slow right now. Proponents claim that a massive global catastrophe, right? Catastrophe.
Catastrophic. Catastrophic.
Is it catastrophe or catastrophic? Catastrophe. I don't know.
Let
Catastrophe,
me
loosely
check.
called a mud flood, buried entire cities in dirt and mud. This explains why many older buildings have windows or entire floors below street level. Those were the original ground floors before the flood. Advanced architecture suppressed. Tatarian buildings are often described as having Greco-Roman domes, giant columns, spires, and intricate detailing. Many claim that the World Fairs in 1800s, like the 1893 Chicago World Fair, were used to showcase Atarian structures before destroying them under the guise of temporary exhibitions. Number three, free energy devices. Buildings like old cathedrals, state capitals allegedly contain antennas and domes that harness free energy from the ether. Similar to Nikola Tesla's theories, the elites supposedly shut this down to profit from fossil fuels and electricity. And the last one, number four, false hysterical narrative. Mainstream history books were written in the 19th century by organizations like the Jewets of Freemasons to erase Tartaria from the collective memory. Some claim even world maps were altered to move the Terry references. So,
Hmm.
the origins and spread. Tartaria was a real place on old maps, especially in Asia, Siberia, Mongolia, but not as an empire. The conspiracy took off on Reddit, YouTube, and TikTok. Emergent architectural oddities, suppressed tech, and alternate history. So, bro, so I kind of explained it wrong to you.
A lot of information there.
Honestly, bro, I kind of explained it wrong.
Lots of
But
information.
this was a real place. I guess this is what they were talking about. Tataria. It was a real place in Asia. That's what we're saying. But I explained to you like all the buildings around the world, this, that, and the third. But some of the buildings around the world were like this city, and this is where they got their kind of architectural what do you call it? When you look at someone's project, you get like ideas from them. They were inspired. They were inspired to build buildings
Tired.
like them. So with this, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird on why, Joe. If you just look at history books, right? We have great buildings, great architecture. Why did it all disappear? And why don't we have buildings like
Um,
that to this day? That's a
I think to answer your question there, I think it's technology.
uh huh.
One think of, others could just be like you said, people were inspired by other ideas to make buildings more. So, like the buildings that were built back then, compared to like all the spheres and all that other stuff across the world and stuff. Now it's all just everything is so modernized now that that's kind of just in the past now. But I'd say technology is the main reason why. And
Technology.
oh, after like World War II, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Something like that.
Uh huh.
After World War II, people, and I don't know if we have the same resources to maybe build those buildings again, but they probably could. But maybe they just wanted to be like everybody else, keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Like you were saying, like the World War Two, like World War One. To be honest, I think it was like kind of an agenda to get rid of these architectures and start modern. How do I say it? Modernizing the world instead of using those buildings in architecture like they did before. But bro, like, just imagine a world like that with those buildings still. I really think this world would be beautiful with those buildings. Not gonna lie, better than buildings that we have today. The buildings that we have today is just it's boring. There's no flavor to them. You know, some, not all,
Uh,
but some, not all.
I think I like those old buildings. I just think it'd be a lot of maintenance to keep them maintained.
Uh huh.
There would be cracks, and then being able to say if something broke, like it'd probably be impossible to find like a exact part to make it look how it did back then to look now. So I like the idea with like old modern buildings. I think it's cool. Really designed, really looks like they actually meant something
Yeah, they put some time
and
and
actually
effort
put
into
their
it.
heart into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually took their
I think it's hmm, I mean, World War II was a definitely big part of that, all the damage that was done and stuff. So I think, wow, now thinking about it, maybe they just didn't even think about it once it happened. They were like, well, time to just start building from scratch again. We're gonna do it
During
differently.
World War II and like all the stuff that was happening, you know what I mean. I can't say it on stream, but like with them, like with World War II and like all the stuff they were dropping on cities and stuff, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I definitely
maybe
think
they
that a
should just
big
start
part of it.
and just think about something new instead of
Yeah,
trying to remake the buildings they once had before.
I just think it was just start from scratch, start you know, start looking like the rest of the world, I guess,
Yeah, I say so too.
modernizing and stuff. But there's still some of those buildings in the world though, but they're in like there's some in India, there's still some in Asia, Japan, those old just look of there's no TV, there's no I mean there's lights, but it's like lantern lights or candle lights. Uh but I don't know. I think that's more of just a popularity thing. Why they didn't want to keep them. I think so. But like you said, don't want to say it on stream, but when catastrophic things happen, things seem to change.
Yeah,
So
like instantly
I think
too.
that's why. Yeah. So I mean, a lot happens when that stuff happens.
Yeah,
So,
a lot happens. Like it just happens. I don't know. Like I can't really explain it, but it happens. You know?
but the U.S. wasn't really like that though. It was mainly across the world where it was
Yeah,
looking like that.
cause
Like,
the U.S. right? We had the Civil Wars. We had so many things going on in our country during that time. Um, Europeans they started to come here in the 1920s, the 30s, and 40s. A lot of Europeans, especially like the great like immigration
uh,
and everything like that.
there was Europeans here during the Civil War.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm saying like the main like immigration when they actually like Europeans actually
mhm.
started to come. You know, like during the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, like when it was booming after World War II, and that's where a lot of Eastern Europe, well, no, Western Europe immigrants started to come here, and I don't think we don't start to see some of those buildings in America till like the 1940s, to be honest, when like the immigrants started to come
Like
here.
the big skyscrapers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the industrial
Also, the
revolution.
U.S. during those times, though, the U.S. wasn't really like touched with.
Yeah,
Nobody was fucking with us.
no one was bothering the U.S. because they already know what the U.S. was on.
Yeah.
Just think
So,
about it, Joe.
I mean,
The U.S. fought in two fronts in World War II: Asia
yeah,
and in Europe. You know,
yeah.
so during those times, they're like, damn, the U.S. is scary. You know, the U.S. is scary,
Well,
but
oh, there was a lot of shit going on in Germany. We were everywhere.
yeah,
There was a
we were
lot of
everywhere. We were in Europe, we were in Asia, we were literally everywhere, bro.
yeah, Japan, everywhere. Pearl Harbor, all that stuff. A lot of crazy things going on there.
Uh-huh.
But now here's the question I have for you: would you want to bring those buildings back, like that architecture and stuff?
To some degree, not fully all the way. To some degree, for some things, because it's beautiful architecture that they had. You know, it's history. It's world history that we had people to actually design buildings like that instead of the boring ass buildings that we have now. It's actually like
Mm.
I was saying, has some flavor to them. Like they were just very architectural. They were actually nice at what they were doing. So yeah,
Hmm. I just think there's no room for them. To be
not
honest with you,
anymore. Definitely not
like,
anymore.
I mean, maybe out here in Long Island, maybe, but
Ooh,
because dude, there is a lot of land out here in Long Island.
especially Suffolk
If you go
County.
out east in Suffolk, yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of land out there,
a whole bunch of land in
but
Suffolk County.
they wouldn't really serve a purpose.
No, would it?
Because it's like you think people would drive all the way out to like I don't know, let's say
Riverhead,
Hauppauge
Hall like Riverhead.
or yeah, like you think people want to be like, oh, I'm gonna go see this building today.
Well, maybe if they're on the way to Splish Splash, that's it. Like that's a
I'm not even
that's a great
thinking.
tourist thing.
I'm
Go
not
ride
even.
Splish Splash.
I'm not even thinking of that. I'm like, just get me to the water park. Fuck that. If like my mom and dad were like, "Oh, we're gonna go see this great building," I'd be like, "Fuck that, dude. This place is right there. The fuck am I gonna get out of this? That shit have a zoom flume? No, I don't think so."
Bro, the only time I want to see a building is only like New York City, like Manhattan, in our area, obviously, the main cities. You know, like the historic
Yeah,
buildings and stuff. Like in Philly, they have those buildings still from 1776. You know, and the Bell, they have everything there still, like historical things.
it's landmarks. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, there's still some buildings from in the city that are still from like the 1700s,
yeah.
New York City.
Especially
When you go down to Wall Street, the original stockbroking place is still there.
yeah, yeah. There's a building
Um,
in Central Park as well.
yeah, there's still a lot of
Yeah, old buildings and stuff.
landmarks that,
Yeah, Manhattan.
but I
Yeah,
mean, you think of when you think of the city, the first thing I think of is the Empire State Building, Central Park, Freedom Tower, Wall Street,
yeah.
and I don't even know what else. What are some big
Billion
landmarks?
Mile.
Oh yeah, and then the museums. Those are the things I think of.
I love. Whoa, bro, that's my favorite thing to go to cities to go to the museums. I love going to the
Museum.
museums.
They have architecture stuff from those buildings in the museums though.
Yeah, it's still the
But it's,
same. I'll say so.
um so I guess back to like the theory though. Um hmm, I think it's just big on technology if you ask me, to be honest.
Uh huh.
I think people were just like, why would we build this building but our neighbors are probably making something cooler. Even though
Mm.
technology wasn't as crazy back then as it is now,
Yeah.
but like building a modern house back then, like a two-story house was definitely very normal.
Uh huh.
So, um, I'd say it's just the technology mainstay of it. Uh,
But
so you're saying,
yeah, go ahead.
so you're saying with these being just swept under the rug because of conflict,
Yeah.
correct? Like, why are we sweeping it under the rug? I don't know. I think it's because of what happened. Obviously, a lot of
Mm.
shit happened during that time. Uh, I don't know how to put this without sounding like horrible.
Mm.
Like sometimes when there's a big catastrophic thing happening, that face. They went. Things change after you have a big catastrophic thing like that happening, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I think the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah, big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But some of the buildings, Joe. Some of those buildings were literally ahead of its time, though. That's the question. So technology, right? Like, how did they? How were they able to build beautiful buildings just like that to begin with?
That's a good question. That is a very good question.
How? Cause,
Same hmm,
cause some
like
architects
the
claim that
Michelangelo buildings.
those builds were
Huh?
planned.
No, they were not planned. They were not planned. What I'm saying is like, what? Hmm, how are they so ahead of their time? That I don't know. I think they were just. I think they were just like that.
Oh, they were just they
Because
only
people, I just think people were very creative back then.
yeah, cause there was no
Compared to
internet.
now,
There was like no nothing to be honest. No
they were
internet,
just
no
like, we're gonna
nothing.
throw shit at the wall and this is gonna work.
Yeah,
Today's so easy, bro, because we could just do this.
yeah,
You
cause
just look shit up.
yeah, hell yeah,
Back
bro.
then they didn't have that. You know what they had? They had paper and a pen.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think people back then are way smarter than us now.
100%. 100%.
Cause the power of the internet is right at our hands, and they just knew it
Hmm.
because of their brains. So, bro,
Yeah.
do you think technology kind of messed with the humans' evolution? Not evolution, but like the human like aspect of our minds and like being able to think for ourselves and figure out things for ourselves without relying on the computer, relying on the phones and everything.
Technology ruined humans because we all lack work ethic now.
Ooh, yep, that's what it is. Work ethic.
I think it's. I think it's work ethic. And I'm not saying all people
No,
don't
not all
lack
people.
work ethic.
Not all people.
I just think it's we're more lazy.
Yeah.
That's the word. We're a lot more lazier than the people back then. The people back then are 100 times smarter than us.
But Joe, I got a question for you.
Because
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, sorry.
I forgot what I was going to say. What
Cause
was your question?
so my question was, do you think the guys were way tougher than we are now back then? Because mind you, they were drafted to all these wars. They had to go to World War I, World War II at the age of 18. They're fighting world wars, doing a lot of things, doing a lot of manly stuff, building houses for their women, for their wives, marrying at an early
Working.
age, working, doing a lot of things to provide for a family. Nowadays, people go on the internet, make money off their internet, not actually going outside, doing anything for real. You know, not actually like doing the things to provide for their family. You know?
Are men tougher back then if they're than people today? Yeah, without a doubt. The amount of shit dads and men had to go through
Yeah.
to even like provide for a family compared to now where money is so
It's so
is
easy.
crazy now.
Yeah.
It's back then when you were just coming home with like a penny. Like you work an honest day's work for about 5 hours and make 5 cents. So honestly, yeah, no, people back then were a lot tougher. Even the kids back then were tougher, bro. They remember before child labor laws, they had 5-year-old kids working in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even just men; it's children too. A lot tougher than people
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And
To be honest.
this just goes back to being lazy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Technology making people become more lazier, less less of what we were, what the men were back in the day.
what we came from, I'd
Where we
say.
came from, yeah, our grandfathers, you know, and even fathers, because they grew up in a time where they didn't have the internet or anything as well.
They have cell phones. Yeah.
Nothing. So, and I feel like another thing the internet kind of messed up is kind of like relationships in a way, a little bit, a tiny bit, a lot of it actually, not just a tiny bit, a lot of it,
Yeah, I'd
and
say so.
even human interactions as well. Because a lot of
Human
people,
interactions are so bad now.
yeah, people they don't know how to hold conversations. They don't know how to talk to people face to face. A lot of people would rather text people on their phones rather talk to them face to face or anything nowadays.
When they're
It's
right next to them.
literally it's weird. I don't get it. You know,
Even around family members, people don't even talk.
yeah,
Like, 'cause everybody's just so attached to watching TikToks or texting their friends or something like that.
hell yeah. I just feel like the family was more together back in those days anyway because no internet. You could spend time with
I
your
mean,
family. You know,
I mean, I don't know. I think it's just things are so much different than they are back then, just because technology is the main reason where we're here now.
yeah, true.
Like, imagine them doing a podcast back then, bro. Okay, they probably had a camera that was black and white, and they're going like this with the camera. So, but mm, I think we're all just now not being disrespectful. I just think we're not as work driven as people back then, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say that. I could say that.
Like I feel like well, yeah, I mean we both work a lot of hours, but back then like they were not making anything. So I feel like the drive for them to do better was like insane. But like, I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say though? Like I just think people don't want to work now.
Because people just want everything handed to them. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the problem right now. Yeah. People want to handouts.
Yeah,
That's all they want.
everyone wants a handout. Not everyone, but like most people do want a handout. The easy way,
Yeah.
you know, instead of going out
Or
and
not
doing it
even.
yourself. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it's kind of weird.
And I find it crazy how you get jobs now. You can get jobs through a website.
Indeed, LinkedIn. Some of y'all need to go apply
Like
to some damn jobs. That's what some of y'all need to go do. Go get a job. A job. Craig, go get a job.
I don't have a problem with though. That I don't have a problem with though.
Yeah, no, hell
But
no.
How do you know what type of worker you're going to get, though, if you don't want to do an interview, but you want to do it online?
Yeah,
So, how does that make sense?
it just doesn't.
So,
Like,
but I think the main thing that we are discussing here is just technology has ruined human civilization.
I'll say it advanced it, but it kind of ruined it. The human aspect, the human interaction way, the more genuine human
Yeah.
aspect way. That's what it ruined it as.
I think it's the stimulation of us staring at a screen all day.
Yes,
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm on my phone 24/7 reading shit,
reading shit,
texting
watching
people. So
videos.
like I know how that is. So
Yeah,
I'd say it's definitely just like you said, not ruin us, but it's definitely now everybody needs it. Everybody needs technology now.
yeah.
So compared to back then. So
All right, Joe. Let's move on to sports. Go ahead, Joe. Take it away.
all right, what do we got? I mean, there's a lot going on, but today is the off season. We are in the off season. NBA free agency news. The Knicks, little breaking news. I think it's not breaking news yet. But Mike Brown, potentially the new head coach of the New York Knicks. We could talk about that in a little while. But I think the big thing is here Knicks signed Jordan Clarkson for vet minimum. And how do you say this other guy's name, Leon? Because I don't know how to say this guy's name. I just
Ubisele.
know he's a stud. Yeah.
Ubisele.
Solid bench guys. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, Jordan Clarkson, great signing, vet minimum, 16 points a game. Good six man.
Okay, so my
Thoughts?
my my theory is right for the Ubisele signing. Right, he's a center. He played for the French national team. He did a great job in the Olympics, and that's why he had a shot with the 76ers. He got signed with 76ers
Mhm.
because they saw how good he was in the Olympics. Um, Ubasele might be taking Mitch Robinson's job because Mitch might be getting traded real soon for somebody else that we're gonna like coming to the Knicks real soon. I don't know. That's probably why they got him, unless they're gonna put Mitch and Carly Towns in a starting lineup together next season and use Ubisale as a bench role player for them to come in and sub for them. You know, but either way, it's either Mitch is staying or either Mitch is gonna go. But either or is gonna be a great decision for the Knicks at the end of the day. Jordan Clarkson, he brings a lot to versatility coming off the bench. He's a bigger Jalen Brunson. He's a bigger Jalen Brunson, and I think the Knicks do need a facilitator. Point guard. He plays point guard, right? Point guard. Point
Yeah.
guard coming off the bench and subbing for Jalen Brunson when Brunson gets tired.
I like that. I like it a lot. I like the signing. I think it's an upgrade over Precious.
Yeah.
Um, he was like you said, he was very good in the Olympics. Came to the U.S. Had a solid season with the Sixers.
Uh huh.
Um, yeah, I mean, I like this Knicks team right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think these are good moves. Nothing crazy. I'm glad they haven't spent a lot of money on like old vets.
Yeah, they
Like I
should.
think getting Jordan Clarkson for the veteran minimum off waivers is like a W.
That was kind of like a
So
steal. Not gonna lie.
that's a steal. They didn't have to give anything up to get him. I know they had interest in him in the past, so I'm kind of glad they got him here. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's two great signings, but I think there is some bigger news that we need to talk about, and it's with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh,
Now,
oh, okay. What did they do?
so Milwaukee Bucks, they came out swinging today. They signed Miles Turner, 4 years, 107 million, and that fourth year, I believe, the no trade kicks in, so
Bro,
won't be able to get
I
traded.
thought he was never gonna leave the Pacers, bro. They just went to the NBA Finals. Why would he leave?
That's what I thought.
They just
I
went to
don't
the
know.
finals. Why would he leave? For the money?
Probably. I mean, what would you do if you got 107 mil thrown at you and you get to play with Giannis and Dame? But wait a minute. W- Wait a minute.
But Giannis is about to
They
go to
had
the
to release
finals.
Dame. I don't think Giannis is going to leave. I don't see it.
Bro, you didn't see his tweet today after they
I
lost
did see
games?
the tweet today.
He's
I
unhappy. He
did
don't.
see the tweet
Man, he don't
today.
want to play with no scrub like Miles Turner. Like what? He want a point guard. I'm not saying Miles Turner's a scrub, but you know what I mean. He wants another point guard, someone can facilitate. He don't want to play. He don't want to play with no damn Kyle Kuzma.
I mean, listen, Miles Turner's not bad by any means,
No, he's not bad.
but they had to give up Dame to get Miles Turner. I think it's fucked up what they did to Dame with the just flat out waving him without even telling him.
What is a wave? Like just cut him?
Yeah,
Oh,
released of his duties.
damn.
So
Okay.
he's also injured though. But
Yeah.
listen, Dame was good in Milwaukee, but he wasn't the same guy he was when he was in Portland.
Yeah.
I mean, do you really think Giannis is going to leave?
100%.
You think so? I don't know.
I think he leaves
I
Milwaukee.
think Giannis. I think Giannis wants to stay in Milwaukee. I think there's more moves to be made. They got a lot of money off the books from uh, Damian Lillard,
Yeah.
but Milwaukee just doesn't seem like a big free agent place to go to.
Bro, you ever heard about
Like,
you ever heard about somebody going to Milwaukee for vacation?
no. Well, I can't. I mean, listen, they had some great runs. Remember, they brought in Brooke Lopez. You know, they had a lot of good guys come in.
Bobby
Chris
Portis.
Middleton, homegrown guy. Huh?
Bobby Portis Jr.
Bobby Portis, another guy, former Nick legend. Uh, I don't know. I think he stays. I think Giannis stays. All this chatter of him wanting to leave. Because, dude, regardless, you got to trade for him, and look how many assets you're gonna have to give up.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a big fish to get.
But
Uh,
Giannis, it said in his contract, like that the Milwaukee Bucks owe Giannis that favor to go take him to a team to a contender. They owe him that favor because he's given them a ring. He's given them everything that he has since he's got there since 2012, 13. You know, but what's it called? I think Milwaukee owes Giannis that favor. I think any team that he wants to go to, they're going to grant him the permission to go to. So I think in any trades that they get for Giannis, I think they have to just take the trade because Giannis wants out. I think so.
Ah, man.
They put themselves in a tough position.
I agree. They definitely did put themselves in a tough position. They brought him a guy, Dame, because Giannis wanted him.
Yeah.
Hopefully to get them another second championship. That hasn't worked out. Then he gets hurt,
No
and
bueno.
you cut him without even coming to Giannis about
Yeah.
uh
They didn't
we're
even
gonna let
talk
him
to the
go.
player about one of his friends leaving.
Yeah.
One of his people that he
Um
brought in. So I don't even know.
I just don't think Miles Turner's worth that money though.
Hell no. Mitchell Robinson better than Miles Turner. Healthy.
Miles Turner's good. It's
Nah,
just
I'm hating on Miles Turner. He could shoot threes. He's a mini version of Cat. That's what he is. A mini subversion of Karl Anthony Towns. Same skill set,
I'd
good
say
eye,
so.
athletic dude.
Um it's just the East is so wide open.
It
And
is.
honestly, we could talk about that right now. Like who because the Celtics have broke up the team, their championship team. No Tatum. Porzingis is gone. And then what's his name got traded too? Al Horford just signed with the Warriors.
Al Horford just signed with the Warriors.
Yep, and then Drew Holiday got traded to the Trailblazers. Yeah, bro. They
Damn,
fans
bro.
broken up.
Did you hear that they're willing to trade Jaylen Brown and Derek White? You heard about that?
Yeah. I one bad season, why they want to blow it up? I don't know.
I don't know what's
Doesn't
going
make
on in
sense to me.
Boston, but hey, let him be on the downfall. Let him be on the downfall. Hey, let him be on the downfall.
I mean, I have a sleeper team that might shock you that I think could shock a lot of people next
The
season.
Orlando Magic,
Detroit Pistons.
Detroit. Who they pick up? Who Detroit get?
Detroit, they didn't make a lot of moves. I just know they got a young team, bro. That team looks hungry. Took the Knicks to 6 games.
Oh, they did.
Like, Kate Cunningham's a superstar. I think that needs to start, getting put out there that he's a superstar in this league. Like, dude's one of the best guards in the league. Could average 40 a night if he wanted to. But I say the Orlando Magic are up there too. I like that. Because of Desmond Bain edition.
Yeah.
Um, what about you got the Knicks in there. You got the Pistons. I think Milwaukee's still going to be competitive. Maybe Miami, depending on what they do. Miami is always looking for superstars.
Uh,
Um, what about Indy? Indy's in a tough spot here.
Indiana
You think so?
Sam Indiana they once was coming into the next season. No Miles Turner, no Tyrese Halliburton, and the team is gonna go is gonna go down. I don't think
Mm.
they're a playoff team next year. To be honest,
Ooh,
I don't think
wow,
they're
that's a
gonna be
hot
a playoff
take.
team.
Cleveland's going to be good again.
Cleveland's
We
gonna be
guarantee that.
yeah, they're gonna be good again. The number one team in the East is gonna be the New York Knicks, baby.
I think so.
The Knicks,
Yeah, it's very
we
possible.
listen, Joe. Hot take right now. The Knicks win over 55 games this year.
Ooh. About 52.
55, baby. 55, baby. Over
All right.
55, baby.
51-31, I got them as their record.
51-31. How many wins did they win last year? 53?
51.
Let's go 55. Let's go
55?
55.
All right.
55 wins for the Knicks. Number one seed in the East. Oh,
But what
championship.
about what do you think is a team that could be on the upcoming, from the East that could probably make some noise?
From the East, that could probably make some
We
noise.
get,
Definitely not the Charlotte Hornets. Not them. Huh. Definitely not the
I say the
Washington
Wiz.
Wizards. Not
Yeah,
them.
those two you could eliminate.
I'll say in the East. I'll say Orlando. They're
Okay.
them
I
young
like.
bucks is trying to come play. Like you said, Detroit's trying to come play now, compete. Milwaukee's they're gonna be trash. If Giannis leaves, they're gonna be garbage. Hot dookie. Who else
Okay.
in the East? Miami hasn't really been making any noise whatsoever. You know.
They're always going to get somebody though. People love playing there.
Yeah. They might
So,
get Dame now. After all, they might get Dame. They might get Dame. After all.
what about a team like Toronto?
Toronto.
Toronto's got some young bucks,
I feel
bro.
like I feel like with Toronto, right? They're willing to trade away what's
Young
quickly
talent.
and RJ Barrett.
RJ.
They're willing to trade him.
They also got Brandon Ingram,
Oh, they have
Hurdle,
Brandon Ingram.
and they also have Scotty Barnes.
Oh yeah,
Dude, they got a squad. They have a squad.
yeah.
It's just I think bad coaching.
Of course, it's
But
bad coaching over there in Toronto.
in the East or in the West rather, there's a lot of teams you could pick that
Ooh,
could
the
be
West
good
is
next year.
stacked. The West is
Thunder, are
stacked.
going to be a lock.
Thunder's gonna be a
Thunder are
lock.
going to be a lock.
You already know the
Houston.
Houston's gonna be a lock next year. Phoenix, no. I say no to
Okay.
Phoenix. I'll
You know
say
what? No,
Dallas is
nah.
gonna be a
I
lock
think
as well.
ooh,
Dallas.
Dallas is going to be good. I agree. Dallas just signed D'Lo. That's a solid signing.
Cooper
But
Flag, Kyrie's not gonna come back to like December, to be honest.
Anthony Davis,
But they have
they got a
AD
squad.
still.
Powell.
They have a squad, bro. Dallas has a squad.
Uh,
I can't even. They
back
turned that shit
back
around
to what you
so quick.
said.
Uh huh.
Back to what you said though. I think I truly believe Phoenix could be a playoff team.
You think so?
Jalen Green, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. Because nobody's going to expect them to be good, but I think they could be at least a 50-win team in the West.
Whoa, Joe. Wait, the same Phoenix Suns and the same Jalen Green that played last year. He played horrible in the playoffs. That Jalen
I
Green.
think they could be maybe not 50, but I think they'll be in the high 40s for wins.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I think so.
Bro, I feel like they win under 45 games, bro.
That's reasonable. 45 wins.
45
I think
wins.
they sneak in. I think they're better than Memphis.
Memphis is ass.
I think they're better than Memphis. I think they're better than hell, maybe even Golden State. Who knows? Golden State lost Kevon Looney.
Oh, they
They're
did.
about to lose Kaminga. Dude, they got old. They brought in Al Horford.
They got Al Horford. Bro, the last time I heard about Al Horford being good was we was on Atlanta Hawks.
He was good on Boston. I can't even hate.
No,
He was nasty on Boston.
He was. He was. I can't even lie. He was. I'm just chatting.
He was nasty. Clippers. I don't know about the Clippers.
But they make the playoffs every year. They're like, bro, just think about it, bro. The Clippers are like the modern, like the comparison, NFL comparison to Steelers, bro. They always make the playoffs, but they don't finish. They don't go far.
They don't do anything. They don't do anything.
They're just like the
But
Steelers. Have a good season and go to the playoffs and don't really do anything.
yeah, I agree. But we talked about this last pod because the KD trade happened,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And draft happened. But Houston got Clint Capella back, reunion there, and then they also brought in Dorian Finney-Smith. How do you feel about that?
Houston's gonna be a Houston. We have a problem. Your team is good. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. Man,
I think Denver. I think Denver's better
I think Denver gets better because Michael Porter Jr. was holding them back. They got Cam Johnson, he's an elite scorer. He could get the rebounds. He could do everything.
defensively.
And he could do everything Michael Porter Jr. was doing, but at a better rate. To be
Yeah.
honest,
Um,
he's more reliable as well. He could play every game.
Speaking of that trade with MPJ going to the Nets, the Net. I don't know if you watched the draft this past weekend, but the Nets had 5 first-round picks in the first round.
Who the fuck did they draft? Some bullshit.
I I don't think any of these guys are going to be good. To be honest with you, the first guy they got couldn't even shoot. He's a facilitator. So I don't know if the Nets got the memo that in today's NBA you need a guy that can able to shoot the three and do other things. Yeah, this guy can't do that. From BYU. Um, they drafted so many guards and then they got 2 bigs. I don't understand what they're doing. So they wasted those picks that the Knicks gave them for absolutely nothing.
So the Knicks literally the Knicks won the draft. Obviously, not
I
the
agree.
draft. What's it
The trade.
called? They won the trade because they didn't do anything with those
Yeah.
picks. Just like
No.
Boston won the trade when they gave up Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce to the Nets, and they got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown out of it.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know. Their franchise they need to go back to Jersey. I don't know what the hell they doing.
They just not exist. How about that? Dude, they've been so bad.
Their team is trash. Like the organization is so bad, bro. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. The Nets. I'm sorry if you have any fans. If you do, uh, it's time to just move on. I think it's time to. Yeah, just join the Knicks. It's nice over here sometimes.
The real New York people know who the best team in New York is. It's the Knicks, baby.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Brunson time, baby. Brunson.
Anywho, though, so that's the offseason for the NBA. NFL, rare trade that happened over yesterday. Jalen Ramsey for Mika Fitzpatrick and Jonnu Smith are going to the Steelers. Ramsey and Smith.
Yo, bro, the
And
Steelers
Fitzpatrick.
they're getting better.
You think so?
Yes.
Who would think won that trade?
Oh, whoa, my dumbass. Didn't Minka Fitzpatrick play for the Steelers? And they're getting
Yeah, and then he just got.
Oh, they got worse.
Yeah.
Oh hell no, they got worse. They got worse. They got worse. They got worse.
I think Jalen Ramsey's still good, but Mika Fitzpatrick had one bad year and you trade him. I don't know. He was like a pillar of that defense. But Jalen Ramsey brings you a lot to the table. He still plays at a high level. He was on a bad Dolphins team. But I think coincidence that since Aaron Rodgers got signed, now the Steelers are putting money into the offense. Is that a little weird? Sounds like what he did with the Jets.
But my question is,
You know,
why would they trade their young star to the Cowboys?
Pickens.
Yeah.
Are you willing to pay him though? Are you willing to pay Pickens
How much was he asking for?
top dollar?
That was the thing.
I think he wanted the same amount as DK, and DK got the bag.
He wanted DK money?
Yeah.
Nigga, you can't get DK money. The hell wrong with you?
I just.
Bro, what's wrong with
Man.
Hold on, Joe. What's wrong with these young cats nowadays thinking they can get the bag? What did he prove in the NFL? What did he prove? Was he all pro?
I think he's overrated.
Was he all pro?
I think he's overrated.
No all pros? No Super Bowls? No Munyon for you, baby. No. No all pro, no Super Bowls, no Munyon for you, baby. No. No. He wanted DK money? Did he put up DK numbers?
No.
So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?
Now, listen, I think DK's great, but all of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers comes to the Steelers, and now they're getting all these players. I find that very odd. So, like, how is now Mike Tomlin's given in to what Aaron Rodgers wants, and that's what ruined the Jets,
It's
and I
about to
think that's what ruined the Steelers.
bro. They're not gonna be a playoff contending team anymore. They're not gonna have a good record anymore. They're not gonna go to playoffs. They're ruining
I
their
just don't
culture.
think I just don't think the Steelers are a good team at the moment right now.
No, they're not.
They
They're
got a
not.
they got a good team. They have a good team, but compared to the other two teams in their division, the Bengals
They're literally
and the
ruining their culture.
Ravens,
Yeah,
huh?
they're literally ruining their culture unless Aaron Rodgers gives in to the Steelers' way. But I really doubt that he's gonna do that. He's gonna go into that culture. He's changing the culture and it's gonna be horrible, just like he did to the Jets. Well, the Jets always had a
Yeah.
terrible culture regardless. But hey, he just set that franchise back 20 years.
Yeah, unfortunately. Um I just I don't understand the trade though. Like Ramsey didn't want to go there to begin with. Then he gets traded there, and Mika Fitzpatrick goes back to the Dolphins when he requested a trade out of there to get out of Miami when he was there. And then I just find it weird. I think it's a weird trade. Jonnu Smith, great tight end. I don't know why the
Is going back. He played for Miami before, right? He's going back to Miami.
yeah.
I hope he didn't sell that house he
That's
had in Miami. He better still have
yeah
that house he had.
yeah that ass. Um, I I honestly I don't think either team won this trade.
no, you got an old Jalen Ramsey coming. You think Jalen Ramsey old ass gonna do something with these young cats coming to the league?
No, I don't think so.
No, they're too quick. They're too fast. They're too slim. Oh,
There was a rumor that he might move to safety.
Jalen Ramsey has safety. Do you think he could play safety, Joe? Let's be honest. You think he play safety? Because corner and safety is two different positions.
It's tough to say because I mean, corner you're on an island by yourself, but safety you're covering the whole field. So I think he could. I just don't. I think there's going to be a regression.
Yeah, but we saw what happened with Rob Gronkowski trying to play safety, and then the Miami Dolphins won a game. Bro,
That's a whole completely. No, that's a whole dude. Because bro, he's an out of position player. He wasn't even supposed to be on the field there. Like Jalen Ramsey is a built defensive back.
Yeah.
So like, this guy said Rob Gronkowski at safety, bro. That is diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say after that, man. That's crazy. But any final thoughts on that trade?
Joe, if I was Jalen Ramsey, if you was Jalen Ramsey, would you want to be traded to Pittsburgh after playing in Miami?
No.
Bro, I've never heard about someone going on vacation to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no. I'd love to be in Fort Lauderdale than fucking Pittsburgh. So,
what the hell?
How's that?
Bro, come on. I'll be tight as hell. I'll be mad as hell. I'm going back to the trenches? I just came out the trenches. I'm going back?
Yeah, dead ass.
Play in Miami. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. They do have a better culture there in Pittsburgh, though. So I would want to play in Pittsburgh. I would love to play in Pittsburgh.
Okay, but in Jalen Ramsey's, he's got a Super Bowl. He's got the All Pros. He's got the Pro Bowls.
Oh yeah, with the Rams. I forgot. So he played in LA. He good.
Yeah.
Go get humbled again, bro. Go get humbled again, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get humbled, bro.
But I don't have anything else to say about this because it's just like weird trade late in the season.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. It's an old show. Now, bro, I was just scrolling through Twitter one day. Sorry, X. Today. And I saw this crazy rumor.
What's the rumor?
Chris Olave. Is Chris Olave available? And the Giants have checked in with the Saints about his availability. This would be a great pickup. They got Chris Olave.
Man,
now, we know he's got a lot of problems.
Olave, Chuck Norris. Give me OBJ. Give me Bring back OBJ. Let's do that. I don't need no Chris Olave. I need OBJ. I need OBJ. If Saquon still got a lot. I got a lot of love for Saquon Barkley, but he put a hole in my heart, and the only way to fill that hole is bring back OBJ to the Giants. No clip farm, no nothing. Bring back OBJ. All right, I clip farm. Go ahead, Joe. Bro, what?
Odell Beckham Jr. is not coming back to the Giants.
Yeah, I know, cause Brian, Coach Dayball said he didn't want him. Coach Dayball said, I don't want him. What the hell?
If Brian Dable is telling you you're not allowed back here, time to retire, bro.
Yeah, hang it up, the cleats. Hang it up. Bro, didn't he
Hang
have
it
the
up.
nerve to post a picture in front of MetLife Stadium? Dude,
He's like, this is where things are gonna happen.
Dude, don't try to come crawling back now, man. Please. Please.
Like,
you
bro.
said that a few years ago when you wanted to go ring chasing in LA.
Fuck him, bro. Fuck Odell. I don't give a shit what he
Chris
did.
Olave, do you think he would be a good player for the Giants though? That's my honest question to you, Joe. And let's be honest.
Biggest thing is health. He's got the concussions. He's got like 3 concussions. So it's all about his health. But when he's healthy, he's a great receiver.
So
And he's young.
He has the Tua.
Yes, he's got the CTE. Yes, I agree.
Oh my God, we don't need another Antonio Brown on the team, bro.
I agree, but it would be a low risk, high reward because you might not have to give up much for him because he's so injury prone.
True.
But speaking of head cases, I don't have much else to say about Olave. But what about this bum Darren Waller, Leon? This fucking guy today came out of retirement, and guess where he went? The Miami Dolphins. Now, I don't understand why this motherfucker came out of retirement because, gotta be honest, I was hyped.
Joe, we saw the script. We saw the script in the Rock show. Remember the wide receiver Ricky? He just pulled a Ricky moment. That was a Ricky moment. Goes to Miami.
His rap career, no, let's just be honest. His rap career was just not working, and he said, I need money.
But he said,
you know it's true, bro.
But, bro, he said he hated playing football, so why would you come back to the sport that you hate?
He needs money, bro. Well, why else?
So what did the Giants get out of what did we get out of this lunatic, bro?
They got a 6th round pick, but he didn't do shit for the Giants. I was hyped when they got him.
And bro, what did the Giants give up for him? A 3rd round pick?
3rd, yeah.
So give us that shit back, man.
I was hyped when they got him though. I really thought he was gonna be like the next big thing.
Yeah, I thought he was too. I was gonna be like next Jeremy Shockey for us.
Yeah, dead ass, and that was not the case at all.
Terrible.
Unfortunate. There's another bad trade from the Giants. He's down there with Kenny Galladay.
Oh. Wait. Come on. Miami signed Kenny Galladay.
No, what I was saying is just another bad signing or trade that the Giants have done in the last couple of years.
They had a job. I thought he had a job, bro, in Miami. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually came back and played in Miami. I wouldn't be surprised.
Hold on, let me actually fact check this. Let me see if he's actually on a team.
He's not, bro. I know he's not even on the team. No one wants Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay.
He got hurt, then he wasn't performing anymore. I don't know.
I think bro retired.
You think so? I don't know. I just feel like the Giants era with Daniel Jones. I just feel like Daniel Jones retired a lot of people, bro. Darren Waller.
Yeah, I agree.
Kenny Galladay. He retired so many people, bro, from the Giants. It's ridiculous.
Kyle Rudolph.
and the Colts think they got a hidden gem with Daniel Jones. They use that concept. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. But do you guys not listen to Giants fans? whatsoever. Why does this guy still have a starting quarterback role in the NFL? Why?
He offers something. He's got a. There's something he offers that we just don't know.
But bro, do you think the coaches in New York kind of hindered Daniel Jones a little bit? Because he did play. Like, it's not an excuse, but he did play under four head coaches.
No, he just sucked. I, I think he was just bad. He did get four head coaches fired. That'd be a fifth because they paid him that money. But
Then Brian Dable vouched for him. Oh my god.
yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Chief. I think Daniel Jones ran himself out of New York because nobody knew how he got 160 mil.
I
Ran
Daniel
me
Jones
out of New York. Yeah.
I got out of here, Joe. For the people.
Just I think it's just so bad how many like bust the Giants have signed as free agents.
God. Not just free agents,
Like,
freaking draft.
dude, we got to do a whole segment when the football season comes closer. Do a whole segment of just how many bad signings the Giants have had in the last 10 years. We could probably name at least like 10 of them. Oh. And what if Darren Waller somehow produces for the Dolphins? I'm gonna be so tight.
I'm suing. I'm suing for emotional distress, mental healthness, and everything. I'm suing him for that. I'm suing him, bro. I'm gonna sue him. I'm suing.
You're suing Darren Waller.
Yes.
Oh man, I don't know.
Bro, I'm gonna win the case.
Good.
You know, I'm gonna sue for $1 million.
Good. Go for 10 mil.
10 mil.
He's got it.
What was his contract with the Giants?
3 years, 38 million.
Yeah, I'm suing for all 3 years, $38 million. Because he wasted the Giants' time. He played for one year, then retired.
This dude really came out of retirement to go play for the Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, Joe,
Who the fuck wants?
Bro, he watched the show with The Rock being a sports agent. It's a
He's a fucking
show,
idiot. That's what it is.
I might rewatch it, but it's a great show. But he pulled the script out of that show. Ricky, the wide receiver, he got kicked
Ricky, I'm sorry.
He got kicked off the team. Then he got signed to Miami Dolphins. Then he started producing for Miami. He started being a star again. That'd be some bullshit. I'm going to sue Darren Waller for emotional distress.
Hey, I'm gonna sue him for fucking, just being an asshole. I get it, bro. Oh man, but on to baseball. Got a big week this weekend, Leon. Big weekend. You excited?
Trash New York teams right now.
Hell, bro, this is probably the biggest series of the season. This is gonna be the turnaround for either the Mets or Yankees.
You think so?
The Subway Series Part 2.
They played already this year.
Yeah, but like that was in the beginning of the year. This is now we're in the middle of the season. This is like this series could either turn the Yankees around and could be the downfall of the Mets because the Mets are going to go in there limping. I believe they have no starting pitching, bro. It's bad. It's bad.
Their closer's not good anymore, or he's not playing.
No, he's not playing because, bro, they're not winning games. You want to hear a funny ass stat? The Pirates outscored the Mets this past weekend 30-4.
In one game?
No, throughout the whole series, they scored 30 runs in the 3 games. So keep in mind.
That average of 10 runs a game.
Just about, yeah.
God damn, they playing Little League players?
So, Mets, the highest payroll in baseball, lost to one of the lowest paying baseball teams in the league, in the Pittsburgh Pirates.
What is Juan Soto doing over there? What is Francis Lindor doing over there? What is Pete Alonso doing over there? What are they doing?
Juan Soto's been great. So when Juan Soto's good, the Mets are off. When he's bad, the Mets are on. So I think them not signing a big pitcher is biting them in the ass right now. They got all these bargain bin guys who they thought was gonna be the next fucking Roger Clemens or Andy Pettit. Unlike our Yankees here, who brought in Max Fried, who's a beast.
Max Fried is a
The
monster.
Yankees, but I got to be honest, the Yankees haven't looked that much better either.
They've been trash. The only
I
time
mean, they
they've been
beat
good.
the A's.
That's the A's, Joe. That's the A's. Joe, the
That's what
A's
I'm
can't
saying.
catch out pop-up balls. You think they gonna beat some shit? The Yankees are supposed to
Nah.
beat the A's. The A's are a little league team. They're a little league team, bro. Even the Mets beat the A's.
That's when the Mets were healthy. The A's just suck, bro. That's a fact.
Joe, like I've seen the highlights versus the Yankees. They were hitting pop-up balls. They were missing them. I'm like, how do y'all play in the MLB? I could be doing that. Y'all can pay me. Y'all can literally pay me to go not catch a ball. Let me do that job. They're missing the balls. Like how? I can catch the ball. I could catch. I could throw. I just can't hit because they throwing over 90 miles per hour. But let me play in the infield. I'm good in the outfield.
I got a little breaking news right here.
Joe. Oh my God. Oh Lord, what is it?
It's Rangers related.
Okay.
So Keandre Miller, who was absolutely horrendous this year,
He just got
traded. He got traded to the Carolina Hurricanes, and he just got an extension for $7.5 million, which is a lot in the NHL. And the Rangers got a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a solid defenseman. That is an absolute fleece. Breaking news right here on All Talk. Keandre Miller is no longer a New York Rangers, ladies and gentlemen. We are free from him throwing pizzas up the ice like a fucking moron. I can't wait to see him fail. Fucking hate him, bro. They brought back my boy Will Cooley. That's another guy, another breaking news. Hard checking forward, bro. But I just wanted to break the news right there because it's a good day in Rangerland as Keandre Miller has been moved off, who is one of the worst defensemen I've ever seen in the last 2 years. I wanted him to be great. He didn't want to be great. And now he's Carolina's problem. So fuck him. Let's go, Rangers. Back to the fucking Yankees. Let's go. Let's go. He's got their ass kicked by the Blue Jays, by the way. Just got the notification on that. So they're off to a bad start. Are the Yankees going to miss the playoffs? Is this a hot take?
Nah.
I don't think the Yankees missed the playoffs.
I think
What do you think they need to upgrade?
I just think they're going to be a low seed in the playoffs, probably. But they're going to go back to the World Series and win that motherfucker, bro. Watch.
I think they do get back to the World Series. I
Garrett
believe
Cole,
that.
because you know why? The savior Garrett Cole is going to come back during the World Series and throw an absolute fucking killing game.
I think he comes back.
In the playoffs, right?
Yeah. The only team I'm scared of is the Detroit Tigers. Tigers are really good. Detroit's the number 1 seed right now.
IKF is over there, right?
What?
IKF is over there.
No, Glaber's over there, but they have the best pitcher in baseball. Gleyber Torres is there. Tarek Skubal is nails, man. He is the best pitcher in baseball. I'm worried about that. There's nobody else in the American League that's like really good, bro. Like the Astros are trying to think who else. The Cleveland Guardians are bad now. They are so mid.
Damn.
The Royals are bad. Like, dude, the AL is bad. It's like the Eastern Conference in the NBA.
Damn,
It's so bad, dude.
For the Yankees, huh?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be those 2 teams. Dodgers, I think, are gonna go back though. They're Joe Hayes pitching again. God. I think the Yankees right now, they're in a rut, a really bad rut. But when do you pull the plug on Aaron Boone?
So now,
When is like how much like of a leash is this guy gonna get?
bro, how many years has he been the manager for the Yankees? Almost like 6, 7 years now. No, like 8,
Yeah,
right?
8, just about to be 8, bro. He came after Girardi, so 2018.
You had Thunder, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a thunderstorm going on right now. Little That was loud. Did you hear that? Did you hear that through the
Yeah.
headphones? Damn, that shit was crazy.
No, I heard it too.
I mean, no games. Yeah, that was loud, bro.
That's loud as
Even
hell.
last night.
That happened last night.
Yo, yeah, you didn't wake up last night?
Oh,
It was like a dude. I woke up. I thought we got bombed.
bro. Oh my god. That's an off-stream conversation.
That's an off-stream thing, but um, yeah. Can we talk about the weather for a sec?
The weather,
Yeah, the weather. Because we're kind of done with all the sports right now.
bro. The weather has been so bipolar, bro. One day it's hot, sunny, and 90 degrees. The next day it's raining,
Yeah,
55 degrees, 70. Like, what's going on?
that heat wave. That heat wave was so bad.
That was ridiculous. Oh my, bro. I literally lost 7 pounds, bro. 7, 8 pounds.
I think I lost a lot of weight too, bro. I think I lost about 8 pounds.
Bro, I was 168, bro. I'm 159.
Damn, that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Like I went outside and I started dripping sweat. Like it was so insane. I like the hot weather, but not that hot.
Yeah, no.
Like
No, not that hot, bro. Not
I
that
think
hot.
perfect temperature for me is like 81.
Yeah, 80. Yeah, I like 80. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's a great. With a tiny bit of wind, a tiny bit, nothing crazy.
Yeah,
No.
90 and above.
Hell no.
90 and above, I'm done.
With bro, plus humidity, bro. Mind you, bro, our body natural temperature is 97.83 degrees Fahrenheit. So if we're walking
Mhm.
outside at 90 degrees, it's gonna feel like 105 degrees because our body temperatures.
It's fucking crazy, dude. I'm like still in shock right now that what's his name got traded, DeAndre Miller. Hate that motherfucker, bro. I want him to be great, but he's not going to be good here. Even though I just said I hope he fucking fails, but it is what it is.
What happens if he wins MVP?
Nah, he ain't winning MVP.
But what if he
Man,
does?
if he wins MVP, I'll tell you what. I'll take everything I said about him. I'll take back. I'll buy his Carolina Hurricanes jersey if he wins MVP, which I don't think is happening. Okay, how about this? What if he makes an All-Star? Because he's not winning an MVP over like Leon Draisaitl or fucking Connor McDavid.
All right, make an All-Star game.
How about that?
Okay.
He has to make an All-Star game. And I'll take everything I said about him. I'll be like, oh my god, he's a phenomenal defenseman. Great pickup by the Hurricanes. Oh, god damn it, I hate saying that. Fucking hate saying that. It's hard for me to say nice things about him.
Because you're just traumatized what he's done to New York. To be honest.
Oh, when pizza's up the middle, yeah, I would be pissed too. That is traumatizing. But anywho, man, got any final thoughts?
Final thoughts? Nah.
Nah. I'm ready to close this out.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. You close it out, my guy. Close it out.
Thank you everybody for listening today. It's your boy Joe Jack with my partner LV3. Another successful episode. We'll see you next Tuesday. We out.